Welcome to the podcast that's been named one of the very best in marketing research. This is Research Business Daily Report, and it's made possible by the exclusive community at the crowdfunding platform patreon.com/RBDR. I'm Bob Lederer. For more than 25 years, the respected voice in market research. Market research in the Covid-19 era, of course, continues today, and this is RBDR episode number 20 in the series. Digital Mortar CEO Gary Angel is going to let his hair down, explaining his business concerns and considerations and contrasting the decision-making he had to make 20 years ago with his research agency with what he has to confront today. I know that in this first of Gary's two commentaries on this subject, you're going to find him to be very refreshing and most unusually honest. Gary?
I think about a month ago, Bob asked me to sit down and produce one of these videos about how we're adapting to the COVID-19 crisis. If you're wondering why I'm doing this now, well, it isn't just my normal procrastination. Shortly after Bob asked, I got sick with COVID-19-like symptoms, and I spent most of the next month being either too sick or too anxious about being sick to put anything down on video. I'm feeling a lot better now. And I thought it would be interesting and maybe somewhat personally relieving to actually go and do one of these. So I am going to talk about what we did, and I'll start with a little bit about our business. So what we do is we measure the way shoppers behave in physical spaces. Most of our clients are large retailers. They're all shut down right now. We measure how people come into a store. We measure how people interact with displays. I recently did a whole video series on that. We measure how long people spend in queues and how to make queues more effective and more efficient for shoppers. We measure the entire shopper journey. Well, not surprisingly, there isn't much demand for measuring the in-store shopper journey right now because the stores are friggin' closed. And our clients who aren't retailers, they're mostly things like events and sporting stadiums, and they're all off too. So in the last 6 weeks, our revenue has gone from being healthy and above break even to essentially zero. So what did we do about that? Well, not a whole heck of a lot. I didn't change fundamentally the way the company is operating. I didn't lay anybody off. Everybody's still working. Obviously, we all had to go remote. So right before the shelter-in-place order, our developers went in and installed a bunch of stuff that made it easier for us to work from home, although people did a fair amount of that to begin with. And we're basically proceeding on a business as usual in some respects kind of way. So why did I make this decision? Well, I'll tell you, it wasn't because of historical experience. Back in 2001, I was running a digital analytics company that had grown up quite a bit as people wildly overinvested in the dot-com space. When that bubble popped, our business went with it, and it went relatively quickly. Over about a 6 to 9 month period, we went from being a healthy, growing business to one that was laying off people one after the other. I clung to my people as long as I could, because I was hoping that the business could recover and could continue to make a go of it. That turned out not to be the case. The business did hang on, but I eventually had to lay off every single one of my employees, and it wasn't for another 3 years that I was able to actually start growing again. In the meantime, keeping all those people around, essentially doing nothing productive, had cut into the working capital of my business and made it harder to keep going and made it harder to grow when we actually started to have opportunities again. So I look back on that and I think that was probably a poor decision. Am I making the same poor decision again? Well, I might be. The simple fact is, though, that I think there are some differences between then and now. We were a growing business before this happened. Our clients are not going away. They're just shut down for a short time, and I have every expectation that they will gradually come back into business again. I do expect that for some time the business environment might be somewhat different, and we're actually trying to adapt our product set to handle that different environment. We're taking our door counting product and we're making a spin-off of it that's an occupancy counter that will provide real-time alerts to stores when they get too crowded or hit thresholds in terms of the number of people in the store. We're taking our queue management solution and we're building real-time messaging into it that will help people maintain social distancing and can interact with digital signage to alert people if they're standing too close to other people in line. We think there are opportunities to take what we do as products and actually adapt them to help our clients do better in a reopen and a gradual reopen environment. So I'm actually pretty optimistic about the underlying business in a way that I'm not sure that I was and probably had no right to be with the .com stuff. It wasn't that I didn't think that .com analytics was eventually going to be a real business, but I think I realized pretty well in 2001 that it was going to be a while before big corporations started to invest in it again. I'm not seeing the same kind of patterns with what we're doing right now. There is a tremendous amount of uncertainty. But I am optimistic that we'll gradually and hopefully pretty quickly gradually be able to spin up our clients again as they reopen and that the revenue will resume.
Your personal perspective or multiple perspectives about the impact of the coronavirus are the foundation of this series. So we hope that you will partner with your point of view with us for this series. And you can send what you've got on your mind to rflbob@gmail.com. And then you will be amazed at how easily we're going to make it for you to create a commentary such as the one that you just viewed. That's your Research Business Daily Report, made possible by the exclusive community at the crowdfunding platform patreon.com/RBDR. The large number of research executives who watch RBDR on a regular basis have convinced us that they look at RBDR as time well spent. A number of other companies are demonstrating support by becoming a Patreon supporter. And in that regard, we want to thank FlexMR, which recently became the newest business to become an RBDR patron. We hope that you will become even a newer patron by visiting patreon.com/RBDR, where you can join our growing list of publicly appreciative supporters. Now, our series is going to continue Monday through Thursday, just about every week until the coronavirus is no longer a major factor impacting research. So, have a great research day. Please, we hope that this will be a good, effective, and safe week for you business-wise. Have a safe weekend, and we will look forward to seeing you back here with us on Monday.